Hi Aries, just getting ready to do your wealth reading. We're going to start out with a soul's journey card to give us some focus, and then we'll do your past, present, challenge, advice from spirit, and then outcome for the reading. And we'll close out with a making magic card. So let's get started. Just to let you know, this will not resonate with everybody. I do suggest that you look at where money lies in your birth chart if you're able to. There's a lot of free natal charts, free birth charts online that you can get. And maybe I will add that to the description of the video so that you can look at where your money lies in your chart so that you can possibly watch that particular video if this doesn't resonate for you. So, Spirit, for Aries, what is the focus we should have for wealth? What is the focus we should have for Aries? And we get imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. So this is really talking about, like thinking outside the box and being creative when it comes to your money situation. And I think we've all had to add some creativity just because, finances, money, it's just all been up in the air with this global crisis. So I feel like, Spirit is really saying to you, use your imagination, get creative with your spending as far as, kind of stretching the dollar and so forth. So let's see what the past energy, Spirit, what's the past energy for Aries? And we get the Nine of Wands. And what's the present energy, current energy for Aries in regard to wealth? Current energy for Aries in regard to wealth. And we get the Six of Wands. What's the challenge? Spirit, what's the challenge for Aries in regard to wealth? Ooh, we get the Star. I love this card. It's beautiful. And the advice from Spirit for Aries. What's the advice? We get the Page of Cups. And then the outcome for Aries in regard to creative finances. What's the outcome? And we get the Page of Swords. Okay. So okay. So I feel like in the past um, you may have come into a knowing that you need to go solo. So this could be that you were, partnered with somebody in your business, or, it could just be about having to work by yourself, especially for those of you that, were given the opportunity to work from home with everything that was going on. So this may have kind of sparked an idea about, going solo or working on your own, maybe going into business for yourself. So I feel like currently money is starting to flow well for you, and I feel like Spirit is saying, yeah, you're getting this, new flow of money, new burst of money. Pay off a debt. Maybe you had to borrow money from someone or get a loan to get through this period. And I feel like Spirit is saying, definitely, that flow is happening. Pay off somebody that, helped you out, or pay off a loan. And that's going to set you right for the future. So with having the Star as your challenge, I feel like there has been some emotional spending happening. I'm not really getting shopaholic, but I feel like what you're being asked to do is to remove emotions from your finances. Look at things logically and remove those emotions, which is funny because then we get Page of Cups, which is all about emotion, right? But the advice from Spirit is that this flow that's happening here currently is going to continue. And I feel like that is, if knowing that, you can take your emotion out of it and make logical decisions like paying off some of your loans and and feeling comfortable and stable in that, because you're going to remove emotions, get logical. That flow is going to continue. You can bank on that, right? So with the Page of Swords, I feel like this is really saying you're on top of your money game. I mean, you've been creative, or maybe you're being asked to be more creative with how, but you are on top of things. I mean, Page of Swords is definitely a good sign when it comes to money. So I'm going to clarify this Page of Cups and see what they're talking about with what is Spirit saying with this Page of Cups for Aries. This flow of money. Is this a new flow? Is this, oops, flew out of the deck here. And we get the Queen of Swords. And when it comes to money, the Queen of Swords is really about sitting on that nest egg, like, or creating that nest egg to create that stability moving forward. Like knowing that you can be very creative with your finances when you know that you have money set aside just in case. You can get, I'm not saying more risky, but you can, explore options that you haven't before. And so I really feel like that is what that advice from Spirit is saying, is like the flow is going to continue. Get creative, take your emotion out of it, because you can, really succumb to fear when it comes to what's coming, especially with everything that's going on. So I feel like, Spirit is confirming that that flow is happening. It's coming through. You don't have to worry. You're on top of your money game. Create that nest egg, or sit on that nest egg, and use that as your your that place of stability to make other creative decisions in your finances. Well, oh, so sorry about that. So let's get a Making Magic card to close this out for Aries. What guidance do we have for Aries? And it says, safe and happy travel, protection from harm when journeying. So yeah, Spirit is saying you are protected. You have that flow coming in. You're sitting on your stability. You have, you can be creative with your finances. Take a little bit of risk and you're going to get that payoff. You are on top of your money game. So this is a really beautiful reading, of beautiful about wealth and trusting your own intuition as to where you're going financially. Okay, yeah, that is the message that I'm getting for you, Aries. If it doesn't resonate, like I said, check your birth chart and, see where money falls, and check out that reading associated with that sign, and it may resonate. But I think there's a general spirit here, or energy of that may not be specific, but the general energy is that you're on the right path and you're at a point where you can take a few risks, calculated risks. Take the emotion out of it, take the fear, take the expectation of like a huge windfall. I don't think you're going to get that. I feel like the small risks, the creativity, kind of checking out other ways to invest your money. So that is the message. Remember that the universe has your back, and so do I. Take care.